Good morning from sunny, beautiful, happy Minneapolis, where everybody's happy all the time. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Minnesota is what they call it, right? Just like Manitoba is called Manitoba. We're both the mosquito capital of the world. We compete back and forth between them being the mosquito capital of the world. I'm a little biased, but I have to say that Manitoba outdoes Minnesota as being the mosquito capital any day in summer. I mean, you just come and hang out in the southeast for one summer day. Correction, for one summer evening with no mosquito spray, no bug spray, and you tell me that Manitoba is not the mosquito capital. I don't think you got nothing on us. Little pests. Something to look forward to in the next couple of months, right, as summer approaches. Anyways, we're here. We're here in Minneapolis. We're on our way home. 7.5 hours from home. Well, from the yard, and then another hour home. Brit's got to pick me up from work because she's got my truck. She's at her nephew's birthday party. Davey's birthday thing right now. They're bowling. This is what I wanted to get home for, and here I am in Minneapolis instead of there bowling. I love bowling. Love bowling. I really wanted to be. Oh well, we'll go bowling another time. So she's there, and then after she's going to her mom's house, and then she'll come pick me up when I get to work, and we'll go home. I'll be home all week. Just making our way around the north side of the city right now. Hopefully we won't run into any big traffic problems. This is the last big city we got to go through before we get home. I've already passed the last scale house. Which is kind of funny, eh? It's like the beginning of the day. I still have like most of the day to drive, but there's no more scales all the way home from Minneapolis. Minneapolis. I can't even say it right anymore because I always call it Minneapolis. It's 7 hours, or what is it? 6.5 hours to the border from here. No more scales. There's one that's open like once every decade, but it's never open. North Dakota there. Never open northbound. It's always open southbound. Because they want to catch us crazy Canadians coming down south, right? They want to check us out and see who we are. But if we're going north, they really don't care. So yeah, whatever, get out of here. Go home. You see? That's the thing about Canadians. We love America. All right, I can't speak for every Canadian. There's the oddball in every group that doesn't like America. Fine. Free country. I like America. And so do the majority of Canadians. So we come down here, we visit, we shop, we spend our money here. And then when the visit is over, when our time has expired, we go home. Yeah. And then we come back for another visit. That's the way it works. The Americans do the same thing with us. They come visit us not as often. It's not really a fair exchange here. Americans don't come and visit us as often as we go visit them. But I don't blame them. I'm just really kind of hyper and excited that I'm going home today. It has been 4 weeks. 4 weeks that I've been gone on this trip. Need some AC in here. It's kind of warm up here. Wow, that's odd. But let's see when we left. We left in February. Where did we all go? We went from home in Winnipeg down to Chicago, into Indiana, into Ontario, right? Yes. Yes, I think so. And then down to Georgia. And then up to Chicago, across to Nova Scotia. And we were in Quebec sometime in there too. When did we go to Quebec? No, I know what I did wrong here. We went from home down to Chicago, down to South Bend, Indiana, down to Georgia, back up to Ontario, went all the way up into New Brunswick with the wrong trailer, came back into Quebec, delivered a bunch in Quebec, went down to Ontario, then went down to Georgia, right? I think. No, went to Quebec, and then we went to, we went to Illinois, Amish country, from Quebec, right? And then from there we went to South Bend, Indiana again, to our yard there, and then down to Georgia, and then up to Nova Scotia, back down to Georgia, Oh, now I'm getting confused. I want to get this right. Since I've been home, this trip, we've gone from home, Winnipeg, Manitoba, to Chicago. Remember that sketchy neighborhood we delivered into at 4:30 in the morning? From there we went to South Bend, Indiana. From South Bend, Indiana, we went down to Georgia. Picked up a trailer in Georgia, brought it up to Kitchener, Ontario, in Canada. Picked up the wrong trailer in Kitchener. I dropped the loaded trailer there, picked up the wrong trailer in Kitchener, brought it into New Brunswick, found out that it was the wrong trailer, went back down into Quebec, switched paperwork with the driver who had the other trailer, so we had the right paperwork for the loads. Then I delivered that load into Quebec. And then I reloaded in Louisville and Mirabel, Quebec, and took that down to Illinois, to Amish country. And then I went from there down to Georgia. When I got to Georgia, it turned out that someone had grabbed my trailer and brought it up to northern Indiana. So I took the trailer that was supposed to go to northern Indiana up there, grabbed the trailer that I was supposed to have. That trailer took me to Nova Scotia, Canada, where I got stuck there over the weekend. And then emptied that trailer out in Nova Scotia, went up to northern New Brunswick, grabbed a load there, went all the way down to Georgia, unloaded it there, went over to Atlanta, grabbed a load there that I have behind me right now. This time the trailer, no one took the wrong trailer this time. I made sure of it. Grabbed that trailer there, and here we are now in Minneapolis. So that was my trip. I'm trying to see if I forgot anything. So went from Winnipeg to Chicago, to Indiana, to Georgia, to Ontario, to New Brunswick, to Quebec, to Illinois, back to Indiana, down to Georgia. No, from Illinois we didn't go to Indiana. We just went straight down to Georgia. From Georgia, went to Nova Scotia. From Nova Scotia to New Brunswick, back down to Georgia, and back here. Wow. 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Woo! What a trip. It's time to go home. I need to go home. Well, we're on the final stretch here. Nothing but flat lands, straight roads, and big skies now. I'm about 35 kilometers, 20 miles or so, whatever, 25 miles from the border with Canada. Just gonna stop in at the duty free, stop get a parcel that's waiting there for my dad, and head on back home. Hour and a half from the yard. Brit should be there waiting for me when I get there. She's a little late, that's okay. I gotta get this truck cleaned up a little bit anyways. But, I told her I'd be there at about 7:30. So once again, a little later than we had planned, but I did sleep a little longer this morning than I had planned. I was hoping to be home or at the yard between 6 and 7. So I'm not that far behind. Oh, is it gonna feel good to be home. Coming up to the border with Canada. Emerson, Manitoba, Pembina, North Dakota. This guy's obviously getting his paperwork in order before he crosses. Looks like it. We'll legally be crossing through the Emerson port of entry. Before you know it, it'll be a hop, skip, and a hump, and we're gonna be home. Look at that flag waving there. Look at it go. 2 of them, actually. I think they should be bigger. We should hang bigger flags up with a taller flagpole. It's not big. You can't see it from far enough away. We're just going to tell the good border guard here who we are, where we went, where we're going, that we're going home, what we have on us, who I am, all that good stuff. We'll see you on the other side. And just like that, that's how easy it is to cross legally from one country to another country. The government of America now knows I have left their presence, and my own government here in Canada now knows that I have returned. Unfortunately, they have not scheduled a trumpet marching band.
Continue 93 kilometers on I-29.
So obviously they don't really care that I'm back, but hey, I'll just pretend that there's a line of trumpets here announcing my arrival. No, nobody really cares. Fine, then the scale's closed, that's good. Not even the scale cares that I'm back. Oh, come on, does anybody care? I'm back. Nobody? Well, Brit's waiting for me at work already. It's almost like she's excited to see me or something. She got there pretty fast. Then again, I did tell her I would be there around now. I am running a little late, like usual, the Geeswerk way. We're always fashionably late, because usually we forget something about 3 times. But in this case, we're just fashionably late, in true Geeswerk fashion. From the 75 highway here, I always cut across. What is that, on Highway 201? Just through St. Adolphe towards Highway 59. That is a restricted road during spring road restrictions. However, spring road restrictions only take effect at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I can still travel down that road. Scared me there for a bit. I had to figure that out. Because in Hanover, where I'm from, the municipality where I'm from, around Steinbach, those road restrictions, the spring weight restrictions, started yesterday already, I think. No, on Friday, day before yesterday it started. But the provincial ones out here only start Monday. And unless if Google is lying, I should still be able to go down that road today. But only until 6 a.m. So we have 10 and a half hours that we can be on that road still before it becomes illegal. Until June 10th, I believe. We have spring road restrictions here in Manitoba. During the spring thaw, the roads are vulnerable to damage from heavy vehicles, so we're banned from driving on certain highways that, I guess, I don't know, aren't built as well, until the ground is hard again. It gets real soft from all the snow melting, you know? So we'll see what happens. We're just about there. 210, it's Highway 210, not 201. I wish they'd put weight limit signs on the road here, but they never do. You always got to like turn onto the road first, and then there'll be a little sign on the side of the road, a tiny little sign telling you if there's weight restrictions in effect, or spring weight restrictions. So I don't see any yet. Turn here and go into St. Adolphe, and we'll see if we have to turn around in St. Adolphe or not. Usually they'll post it right on this sign off to our right here that says 210. So tomorrow what they'll do is they'll come out and they'll post the sign right on this post here on our right. And it'll say, I believe this road is 90% restriction. So you can only haul 90% of your regularly allowed maximum weight, which is still quite a bit.
In 1,000 meters, turn left on Main Street.
But in some on some roads, a lot of roads around southeast Manitoba, you can only haul up to 65%. And then I can't even bobtail down the road because then my steers are overweight.
Continue 700 meters, then turn left on Main Street.
You just have a huge thing about interrupting me, Mandy. I'm not turning left on Main Street. I'm going to go straight through. Because I still can for one more day. Yeah, there's no signs here saying that there's weight restrictions. Good. Right on. Google didn't lie. I trust it one day longer.
Turn left on Main Street.
Quiet, I'm not turning left on Main Street. But like I was saying, even at 65%, my steers are overweight then, and I can't even bobtail down those roads in spring. We're here at home right now. We just got a whole new bedspread. I don't think we can see it in this light. It looks kind of reddish. Very excited. Very excited. It's actually a king-size bedspread. The one that I had on here before was only for a queen-size bed, so it never quite fit. So we finally went out and got a king-size, and what we're doing with the old blanket is I'm taking that into the truck with me. Because that the blanket I had in the truck was one that I got from Mom and Dad for Christmas of 2015, I believe. And it finally wore through diesel. Well, I guess because diesel is always on the bed in the truck, and I didn't have any cover on it, so it wore thinner and thinner, and finally got to the point where a hole was worn right into it, so the blanket got old. So I'm going to take this blanket that we were using at home for the truck, and we'll see how this turns out here.
Really like the colors.
I really like the colors.
Brown, tan, and red.
And it matches the colors of the room. We're planning on painting the room yet, but this will match the colors of the room currently and of the new colors we want, right?
Yeah, you know what? No, I think I've decided to go with like this tan color and this chocolate brown, and we'll lighten up. We'll do more tan than chocolate brown, just to lighten up the room because the room feels so dull and like kind of macabre almost.
I like it. I've always liked the colors in this room.
It's too dark.
I like how dark it is, though.
I don't like it.
It's got the red roof, red main wall, and all the rest of the walls are a nice shade of brown. I always like brown. I don't know why I like.
We'll stick with the browns.
This last time we were on the trip, Brit brought a bunch of photos down, and we actually have pictures hanging in the house now. This place is actually feeling like a home now. Look at that. Remember this top picture over here? This was us in California. That's us at the Hollywood sign. See that? The big one? And then there's me and Diesel when I went down to Florida last year with just me and him. And then in the bottom left there is Brit at Disneyland. Good memories from 2016. She's also set this all up here nicely so that we actually have pictures in here now. This is her and Ashley, her two nephews. She's got these scentsy things all over the house, and they smell great. They're like scent thingies, right? I think if you take this off of here, is this hot? It's kind of... Don't break it, Josh. Don't break it, Josh. See? There's a little light bulb in there that melts that scenty stuff. Alright, I better not break it. She will kill me if I break that. And then there's her mom and her stepdad. Brit and her sister. And who was that guy again?
My Uncle Dan.
Your Uncle Dan. Okay. And that is Brit's dad and her stepmom, Cynthia. There's Frankie as a puppy. Frankie again as a puppy. Brit's mom holding her first grandchild, right?
Yeah, that's her holding Davy.
That's holding Davy, her first grandchild. Brit's nephew. And we got this over here. This is what I had gotten Brit for her birthday. Remember this? Picture of us at Disneyland in California. And in front of Murder House, which is one of her favorite TV series. Oh, and the V8 Dyson... the Dyson V8 Animal Vacuum.
It's my baby.
That's her baby. It better be your baby. You better take good care of that thing.
My second pride and joy. Frankie was my first.
Well, where do I fit in this? Am I your third?
I'm a hubby.
Hubby? Hubby to be. Much better. Much better. That looks great. You like it?
Love it. I like it a lot.
Awesome. Finally, one that fits. Oh, and that's it. I'm going to end this vlog here. We're at almost 20 minutes already, so I'm not too sure how the vlog's going to work out the next couple of days because we got a lot of stuff to get done and I may not be vlogging through all of it. I'll see what I can get done for you guys. I'm going to be home all week though, so you guys can expect some home stuff in the next couple of days. I'll fill you in on what's going on, don't worry, but for today, this vlog is over. I will see you tomorrow, anytime after 4 a.m. Have a good night. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's very important. The like button, if you did like the video, helps a lot. And if you leave a comment down below, it tells YouTube people are engaging with my video, and I don't know what that does really. They just say it's a good thing. Plus, I love hearing back from you guys. It's good all around.